continuing in verses 6 through 10 of chapter 5. In verse 6, John continues and he says, "And I saw, or I perceive, in the middle of the throne and the four living beings, and in the middle of the elders, a small lamb." Now the usage of the word lamb or little lamb is again referring to the Lord Jesus Christ. And by doing so, John is emphasizing the viewpoint of the man, Jesus, carrying out God's requirements during his life, including his sacrifice and his resurrection, in order to reach and attain the victory of redemption and salvation. So John perceived in the middle of the throne, in the four living beings, and in the middle of the elders, a small lamb having stood. So this little lamb, or the small lamb, was standing there as having been slaughtered or killed, slain, being the sacrificial offering. Of course, this was usually done by cutting the throat and shedding the blood. So the evidence of the slaughter was still there while John was looking at the little lamb by revelation. And this little lamb had 7 horns, 7 connoting radiance. You know, the horns connotes the radiance of strength and power to overcome, plus courage in the face of attack. The little lamb had 7 horns and 7 eyes. Again, he was watchful, observing, gaining knowledge from what he saw. And that refers to the correct implementation of any necessary judgment or deliverance as a result of what he saw. And then John explains which are the 7 spirits of God, which were apostles or sent forth into all the earth, all parts of the earth. And the little lamb came and took or received, he retained so as to use, the book out from the right hand of the one sitting on the throne. So the little lamb, the Lord Jesus Christ, went and took the book from the right hand of God. Now the fact that God has this book in his right hand and gave it to the little lamb, to the Lord Jesus Christ, indicates that God gave him a position of blessing, power, honor, excellence, and authority to carry out God's instruction to him as detailed in this book. Also, the little lamb received the book, demonstrating his acceptance of this position and his willingness to obey God regarding what the book contained. So when the little lamb took the book from God, the 4 living beings and the 24 elders fell down, again demonstrating their submission and recognizing their superior. So they fell down in the sight and presence of the little lamb, the Lord Jesus Christ. Each one of them having a lyre or as a harp, you know, a stringed instrument, and golden bowls or vials covered or made of gold, being full of incenses. It's a plural word, incense or incenses, which are the prayers of the holy people. The incenses represented the prayers of the holy people. It would have been a beautiful odor, beautiful smell that would rise in their communication to and with God by those who are sanctified. If you want further information regarding this image of the incense in the correspondence with the prayers of holy people towards God, you could look up Hebrews chapter 9, verses 1 through 5, which references the old covenant Ark of the Covenant, the Day of Atonement, the incense altar, various occurrences that was there during the Old Covenant times, which corresponds to what John is seeing by revelation as he looks into heaven. So these sing a new song. They sing a song in celebration and thankfulness. You know, that's very similar to Moses' song during the Old Covenant. He also sang regarding redemption and salvation from Egypt for those children of Israel in the Old Covenant times in Exodus chapter 15. But here, of course, John is seeing the living beings and the 24 elders. They had harps or lyres as guitars, stringed instruments, and they were singing a new song, again, regarding redemption and salvation. They sing this new song with reference to the little lamb, which represents the Lord Jesus Christ, in saying, "You are worthy to take the book." Yes, the Lord Jesus Christ is worthy to take the book, to receive it, and to open its seals, to open those 7 seals. Because you were slaughtered, yes, he was killed, and you bought for God, you purchased for God in your blood, the blood that you shed. He paid the price. So he purchased for God. Remember, God raised him from the dead. He's now alive. He purchased for God people originating from all or every tribe, every clan, and people originating from every tongue. Doesn't matter what language, part of the earth that they were coming from. And people, that's a mass of people. Usually in Greek it's the word laos, and that refers to people of Israel, of the Israeli or Judean descent. And nation, people from every nation. Usually this refers to all other nations. As Gentiles, it's the word ethnos, those from any ethnic group.